Hi everyone, welcome to Korean Express YouTube channel. Chuseok isn't just about rituals, traditions, and food. It's also a time of joy, laughter, and play. Families don't just honor their ancestors and share delicious food, they also come alive with traditional games and activities that have been passed down for generations. In this special series on Chuseok, we have already discovered what Chuseok is, when it's celebrated, its origins, and why it's so meaningful. We also learned the important traditions like Chare, Seongmyo, and more. And then we also discussed about the delicious foods that make the Chuseok table so special. Now, in this fourth part, let's explore the fun side of Chuseok, the games and activities that families have enjoyed for centuries and still continue today. So, without wasting any time, let's go. First of all comes Ganggangsullae. Ganggangsullae. Let's see what it is. So, Ganggangsullae is a traditional Korean circle dance that is performed under the bright full moon of Chuseok. Women dressed in colorful hanbok join hands to form a large circle and sing folk songs, especially the song Ganggangsullae, while gracefully moving together. So, this is one of the most popular Chuseok activity. Ganggangsullae, it's a traditional Korean dance that is performed by women dressed in the traditional Korean attire hanbok in a large circle, singing and dancing together during the full moon of Chuseok. So it's a very beautiful dance. This dance is more than just entertainment. It carries deep cultural meaning. Historically, it was performed as a ritual to wish for a good harvest, unity, and community strength. As people, women from all across the village or town come together to perform this dance. So it's very culturally important for the Korean people. Today, Ganggangsullae is cherished as a symbol of togetherness and joy, blending music, dance, and tradition into one of the most iconic Chuseok celebrations. So definitely, Ganggangsullae is the iconic Chuseok dance or tradition that is performed. Alright, now comes the next one, Ssireum. Ssireum. Ssireum is Korea's traditional form of wrestling and one of the favorite sports during Chuseok. Two opponents face each other in the sandy ring, holding onto each other's waist belts with the goal of toppling the other to the ground. So Ssireum is basically the Korean form of wrestling. And in this, two opponents, they hold onto each other's waist belts with the target to make the other person touch the ground earlier. Okay? So this sport has a long history and was widely practiced throughout various Korean dynasties, especially during major festivals like Chuseok, when matches brought entire communities together to celebrate. So Ssireum is a very historically important sport, and this sport was practiced even during the various Korean dynasties, during the earlier periods of Korean dynasties. So this sport is considered as very important sport among the Korean people and is practiced especially during major Korean festivals like Chuseok. And even today, Ssireum contests are held as festive events, giving families the chance to watch, cheer, and enjoy the festival together. Ssireum continues to stand as a symbol of festive spirit, friendly competition, and cultural pride. So even today also, in South Korea, Ssireum contests or competitions, they are held, and people from all around the country, they come together and watch these events or these matches and cheer for their team and enjoy this festival. So now let's move to the third sport or game that is played during Chuseok, Yutnori. Yutnori. So let's see what it is. Yutnori is one of Korea's most famous traditional board games, often played when families gather for festivals like Chuseok. So this is basically a board game that is very famous among the Korean people, as it is a traditional board game of South Korea. And it is also very popular during Seollal, that is the Korean New Year. Okay, just like during Chuseok. The game uses 4 wooden sticks called Yut, flat on one side and round on the other. Players throw these sticks, and the way they land determines how far the pieces move around the game board, which is often made of stitched cloth. And each throw creates excitement, as lucky combinations can change the course of the game. So this game, it is played on a game board which is usually made of cloth stitched into a particular pattern, and there are 4 wooden sticks called yut used to play this game, where one side of the stick is flat and the other side is rounded. So the players or the team, they throw the sticks, and the way those sticks they land and the combination that is formed determines how the pieces are going to move around the game board. So it is very exciting board game, and families enjoy it a lot during Chuseok, as Yutnori is a perfect way for families to bond, laugh, and share the festival spirit together. Today, it remains one of the most beloved traditional games enjoyed during festive gatherings, because this game can be played even among kids or even among old people. So the whole family, they can involve in this board game. So that's why this game is very popular even today in South Korea. Alright, next comes Neolttwigi. Neolttwigi. Neolttwigi is a traditional Korean seesaw game, which is often enjoyed by women and children during Chuseok and other holidays. Unlike a Western seesaw where players sit, in Neolttwigi, the participants or the players, they stand on opposite ends of a long wooden board and then take turns into jumping, sending the other person high into the air. Okay, so basically, this is a Korean seesaw game, which is a traditional game of South Korea. And in this game, 2 participants or the players, they stand on opposite ends of a long wooden board and then jump one by one, sending the other person into the air. So it's kind of a fun game that is played during Chuseok. This game is not only exciting but also visually striking, as players in colorful hanbok are lifted gracefully against the backdrop of the autumn sky. So definitely, people wearing their colorful hanbok, the traditional Korean dress, and playing this game, so the view is really striking and beautiful, and therefore it's so fun to watch this game and play this. More than just entertainment, Neolttwigi has long been a way for people to share laughter, show skills, and celebrate the festival together. Okay, so now let's move ahead to this very important note. Ganggangsullae, Ssireum, Yutnori, and Neolttwigi are some of the core Chuseok games and activities that we have seen so far. Now, in addition to these games or activities, you can also see mask dances and folk plays being performed in some regions during Chuseok, bringing music, humor, and vibrant color to the celebrations. So, along with these various games and activities that are practiced during Chuseok, various mask dances that are culturally or traditionally performed in Korea, and different folk plays too are performed or practiced or played during Chuseok. That is also a part of the celebration. But that's not all. There are also many other traditional Korean games like Chegi, Chuldaragi, Tuo, and Nori. These may not be exclusive to Chuseok, but they are often enjoyed when families gather for the holiday. So, as we all know that during Chuseok, families come together, they gather, and then they play different games and activities. So, the core Chuseok activities, the activities or games that are definitely or most probably played or performed during Chuseok, we have already discussed them. But there are other traditional Korean games too that are played among the families, because as families gather, there is a very lively and festive spirit among everyone. So people play different traditional Korean games too, other than the Chuseok games, right? And these games include Chegi, Chuldaragi, Tuo, and Nori. But I thought that this video series is for Chuseok, so let's not discuss the other traditional games in this video. So we'll talk more about these other different traditional games in a separate video. So stay tuned. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Korean Express YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more such videos on Chuseok. Thank you.